What was
Right.
messaging? Ooh, you pressed the button. Man, you went quick.
I did. You are live on YouTube.
Whoa. I don't know about that one. Hey, geez, that was
You gotta
kind of
push
good.
the right buttons.
Yeah, I was pressing the right buttons. Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin. Hello, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also going to be airing on our podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and Google. Good morning, Meg. Good morning, Annie. How you all doing? Gosh, Eric. Eric, yesterday was an amazing day, but before we get into that, what day is it?
Strawberry ice cream day.
Why would they do strawberry ice cream in the winter?
In the winter,
Day?
I don't know. I don't make these things up. I know everybody thinks I do, but I don't. But it's strawberry ice cream day. So where would you get strawberry ice cream? Who has the best in Prescott?
You know, they have that rolled ice cream over there at the Prescott Creamery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
They have
good.
the rolls. They have the roll one. I feel like there's a little bit of something missing from that. I like the that spot right downtown, Frozen Franny's.
Yeah, for Annie's place. Yeah.
So there's so many ideas. There's actually that little spot in the back of that trinket store or that gift store right there on Montezuma Street. I don't know
The
if you
corner there. Is it Goodwin and Montezuma's where it's at or no?
it's on Montezuma. It's right next door to the tavern and also
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
the attic Carino space. But anyways, guys, good morning. As you have seen or read that the opening line is Will Adalco, owner of Los Pinos Mexican Food, has helped with his team to raise $35,000 for breast cancer awareness. And this is huge. And the reason why it's huge is because it's actually meaningful for Will. If nobody knows the backstory, Will lost his wife, several years ago due to breast cancer awareness. And so he's actually, just had it in his heart and to actually make something of himself. Besides having all the good Mexican food that he has over there, but he decided to go ahead and take this upon himself. So every year he's been doing it. I think for the past 2 years, 3 years, I have to go back and with that idea. Or when it actually started for him. But yeah, for him to go ahead and present this check yesterday, I hope you guys all saw it. We'll get a press release here shortly from the powers to be, and we'll tell everybody how it all went down and when it went down. And if you guys don't remember, it actually happened during COVID. So this was a very
The gala.
yeah, the gala, and
Yeah.
it happened to be a good thing, but at the same time, guys, it's a scary time. But to go ahead and beat last year's record is a huge success, and it was made him very, very happy. And as you guys saw the pictures, it was a good time to go ahead and just share that with you guys. And yeah, it's amazing, guys. It's amazing. So congratulations there, guys. I appreciate your guys' support in helping bring awareness to breast cancer awareness. So that was pretty awesome. Anyways, that was my freaking top of the stories. Besides the other ones, I got some more, but I don't know how many stories we can handle today because you know how people are, man. They get anxiety with all this excitement going on.
All this excitement. As long as you're not telling me they found the freezer today, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, we got no body parts found today. But what we did have was a actual pedestrian. And this is something is really serious. In some cases, everybody needs to watch out. And it's not because people are reckless at sometimes it's just a glare off of street signs or the sun shining in the eye and you just are not paying attention to all of your surroundings. And as well as some people aren't paying attention to their surroundings.
I'm gonna get all local political on you. So I don't know. Have you noticed that there are a lot of people that cut through the neighborhoods now and they don't do 25? Like I'm not hey, let's go super slow and endorse that. I hate the main roads, how slow they are and how long it takes to get anywhere. But San Martin, got all these people cutting through the neighborhoods doing 45. I'm actually shocked that there's not more people getting hit by cars.
Yeah, and it's true, Eric. Back in the days in our neighborhood, when new people started moving in, they actually built a new apartment. And I probably shouldn't confess this, but we would actually throw boards in the middle of the street, 2x4 boards, long 16 footers, or house that it pops up. Some of our municipalities won't, put speed bumps in your
Or,
neighborhood.
or sidewalks. There's no speed bumps. There's no sidewalks. Again, I'm not a fan of speed bumps, but I'm a fan of sidewalks.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's a dangerous combination when there's no sidewalks, no speed control, people running stop signs in the neighborhood all the time, and people speeding. I mean, again, I'm blown away that this doesn't happen more.
oh, guys, there's a I mean, once again, if you really love your neighborhood, put out some sort of signs, children at play and slow down, because that actually does really help. And the city, if I'm not mistaken, if you actually complain enough to the city, they will actually put deterrents out there for you. Like,
So here's what they'll do, at least in the city of Prescott, because we've done it, is they'll come and they move their little radar detector sign around, and they'll put it by the speed sign, and they'll put it up for about 2 weeks, and then they'll move it. And I just don't know how effective it is because people don't seem to care. I don't know. And then they move them around all the time. And yeah, I don't know. And you have to complain to get one. I just don't know. I don't know if they work, San Martin.
once again, it's all about deterrence and helping people out. But or we could go ahead and get the word out. Um, you know, I don't know, Eric. It's one of those things. But back in the days, you could do a little bit more crazier
You
things.
didn't
But
know you didn't have a problem back in the days, right?
no, you did. You did. You had the crazy freaking cowboys, man. They like to go crazy. I knew a couple of cowboys that I used to hang out with that they crossed through parking lots, man, at a sick rate. I'm like, what are you guys doing? There's a road right there. They're like, shortcut. So
Yeah, yeah, but it's not every car, right? And now it's every car.
yeah, and that's not good, man.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there and you
So
guys are
wait,
thinking,
what happened? Somebody got hit in Prescott. It was Prescott Valley, right?
yeah, no, it was in Prescott,
Was it?
unfortunately. Yeah, yeah, let me go ahead and just read you what happened in the press release. John Brambilla, Lieutenant Support Bureau of the Public Information Officer. That's a huge title. Congratulations, John. You got a big title. Pedestrian struck by vehicle on January 14th, 2021 at about 12:12 p.m., which is afternoon, guys. So the Prescott Police Department responded to a single vehicle traffic crash involving a pedestrian who was struck on Sheldon Street at Pleasant Street. Upon arrival, officers found that a 75-year-old female resident of Prescott was walking when, with the walk sign illuminated in the crosswalk on Pleasant Street at Sheldon Street, when she was struck by a Toyota Corolla driven by a 78-year-old male subject from Prescott Valley. Emergency medical personnel were on scene treating the victim, who was alert but suffering from a head injury. You can find the rest of that story on the PrescottTimes.com. They don't know if she's good right now. Hopefully, we'll have a report later on today. And we send our prayers out to her. Hopefully, she's okay. And also the man instructor. Accidents are just what they are, as accidents. So hopefully, they're both taking it pretty easy, and she pulls out of this. So, anyways, that was kind of crazy to read this morning. That was a little bit upsetting. When your nana and tata or even your dad and mom are out there walking, you want to make sure that everybody's paying attention. And I guess I feel like I'm like that. I actually like to watch my surroundings, mind my P's and Q's. It's just one
I
of those
worry. I
things.
worry more about kids because they're smaller and harder to see. You know,
Yeah, and they don't pay attention where
and they don't pay attention for anything. Yeah.
yeah, I'll be like, okay, so this is where you actually get this idea from, where you have to pay attention. And that right there is where you actually start looking at everything from where you step to where you stand to where you move, because guess what, if you don't do it, it's you're gonna fall, you're gonna hit your head, you're gonna step on a nail. I mean, you're gonna do a lot of stuff, so make sure you pay attention. But here's some good news. This is the good news that Prescott Valley is very, very proud of. And I really honestly don't look at the budgets or the financial presentation that the cities do, but Prescott Valley ended up getting the award for the 20th annual excellence in budget presentation. So The Government Finance Officer Association has awarded the town of Prescott Valley the GFOA's Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for its fiscal year 2020-2021. This is the 20th year the town has received. Dude, 20 years, Eric. I mean, who is their accountant? He's like, I mean, yeah, dude, who is this guy? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because they're a little smaller, but dang, I tell you what, for the 20th year to have that award, man, that's a pretty big award. Like nobody else freaking jumped in on this. they're like, yeah, no, you don't need to see our reports, and they didn't even apply for the freaking award. How does that work, Eric?
Something's working in their favor for sure.
Ready. You guys have to go back and read it. I'm going to be posting that here shortly on the PrescottTimes.com. But there, 1,600 participants. There's 1,600 participants, and Prescott Valley has won it all 20 years for the past 20 years. Or maybe they all get awards. They're like, keep it up, my friends. Keep it up.
It's like everybody gets a trophy.
Everybody gets a trophy, so nobody's left behind. I love it, man. See, everybody feels like a winner.
Well, let's dollars related to the CARES Act, and they're going to use it for a microtransit pilot. So basically they're going to have a mini bus system that goes door to door to pick residents up and take them places.
Huh. That sounds fun. I think he actually talked about that in his state or the city of the, what do you call that, city address? Like
State of the city.
Doesn't he have to do that here shortly again?
Yeah, normally you do that every year, but that they got the money. So tomorrow evening, so that was a couple of days ago. That was last night. They were supposed to vote on it. So I didn't hear the outcome of that vote, but it sounds like that's what they're doing with it. So they're going to get a couple of vans, and they're going to have remember the old ride share we used to have here?
Yeah.
Dial-a-ride type of thing. It sounds like it's a lot like that.
Yeah, I heard that was going to be in the budget, which is a very smart idea because that will help out with people getting jobs, as far as like being able to have a system that's set up. I know a lot of people were thinking about doing it. They just thought that it was going to be too hard to do that. But they do have a transportation from Prescott Valley right now, if I'm not mistaken. I
know Billy Orr was really pushing for a mini bus system for so you can get around between Prescott Valley, and Chino Valley because there's just nothing right now. But at the same time, it's hard to invest in that right now, San Martin, because we are like a couple of years away from real autonomous vehicles that don't need drivers and can run 24/7. And so it's hard to invest in driver, filled vans and buses right now when that stuff's right around the corner, and then that'll run 24/7 without people, messing with it.
I think it's actually a very big deal to have that transportation, and I think it actually will help out a lot of people, because
it will.
When they don't have the transportation, they just feel like they're not able to get to places such as their job or to the store. And, a lot of things are helping them out just a tad bit with having Instacart and stuff like that sent to you, but that still costs money. So why not put it to some really good use and make it happen for.
Yeah, Martin, I think about it for us, like our generation, by the time we're seniors and senior citizens, the cars are obviously all going to be driving themselves and we won't have to worry about mobility issues, right? I do, I have a deep concern for the senior citizens right now that don't have that flexibility, that hold on to their license farther or, longer than they should. And, cause particular issues that there's all kinds of issues there. And if you could just have what is coming in the near future, man, that's going to open up a lot of opportunities, not just for senior citizens, but for like everybody, young people, be able to hop in a car whenever they want and go somewhere because they called it from their app. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's a very much good asset for the locals for sure. I mean, just imagine if you could do that in Prescott, that would probably bring a lot more business to around the area, and it would just be inexpensive. I know they tried a few other things in the community, and they're still doing it right now. They're doing I think they're still doing it. I don't know, but remember, the go-karts, the dollar ride or ride Prescott.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Let's get right. They're doing that now, and you could go ahead and you could travel around downtown Prescott, go from one spot to the next, and just easy time, and then that's ran off of just donations. So you could actually get a pretty decent little lift if you don't want to walk, or if you can't walk.
I haven't seen them lately in the go kart running around. Is it still operating right now?
Well, I think to Phoenix to their area. So she has, two destinations where, in the summertime it's here, in the wintertime it's there. I don't know who thought of that, but that is genius.
That's called
It's so
Snowbirds.
genius.
Snowbirds.
So, Snowbirds, I didn't say it, you did. So, guys, this is a big deal right here. Oh man, I tell you what, when you find so many drugs, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But I don't know how this is gonna work. I know you're not supposed to be transporting marijuana throughout the freaking, states and stuff for sale, but these guys ended up doing it, and they had, let me see, got 22 pounds of marijuana, and an additional 20 pounds under a blanket in the back seat. So, I don't know if the rules apply now, but I don't think you're allowed to have that much on your possession. And to be in all honesty, I don't know how the the marijuana drug trade is actually trading right now. To be honest, it's just such a confused mess. And we were supposed to get online with John Barbilla, the public information officer for Prescott, to talk about these new rules and laws. But obviously, these guys went over their budget. What
They're over their allotment there. Yeah, no, it sounds like they went a little too heavy.
Yeah, they went a little bit too heavy, and they ended up getting in trouble. These were two different arrests, and I tell you what, one guy ended up getting a 15,000 bond, and another guy ended up getting like a inexpensive one. Hold on, let me see if I can get there. 40,000. So one guy get, got 40,000 probably because he had more drugs on him or something. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to have all that stuff going on in your life right now. But they were all traveling from California, and they said that they're headed to the east. So they ended up, traveling on the Arizona highways and got busted, and here they are, man. They're making some pretty big bust. Just imagine if they get these guys, how many more guys are getting by?
Right,
I
that
mean,
they haven't caught yet.
yeah, so one post bail, one is still in possession. I actually posted it and I said, looks like Arizona's going to get two new residents, or Yavapai County is going to get two new residents, because that's usually what happens. They have to stay here until their sentence is done. Some people actually bond out and then go back home, and then they have to come back and serve their time, and then their probation. It gets a little tricky from that point of view, because I don't know if they accept it back in their hometown. So they have to finish out their probation here. So it's crazy, man. They they
Yeah,
they just they were just driving through Arizona. Next thing you know, they're residents.
yeah, yeah. Do they know where they were going or where they were from?
um, yeah, they didn't say exactly where they were going. One guy said, "I'm not going to talk no more." The other guy said that he was just going back east. They didn't say exactly where it was. Yeah, there we go. Yavapai County Transit runs routes daily in the Tri-City areas. See, I knew that there was one already. I just didn't know exactly who was actually doing it. Kimberly, yes, Los Pinos is still open. Sorry, guys, I didn't even wasn't watching this page right here, but yes, they're still open. They're still doing their thing, and their food is still amazing. It's crazy how good the food is over there. I fell in love. It's gonna be kind of like simple or whatever, but I fell in love with their beans. I ain't gonna lie, and as soon as I tasted it, I was like, "Ooh, that's some good cooking right there." And don't get me wrong, being with the Hispanic in me and growing up and just like acknowledging good Mexican food and the delicacies, and I call it delicacies because it's actually a really good food, man. But anyways, that's what made me fall in love with that food. And they've been doing it for so long, Eric. They got a family-owned restaurant out there in Chino Valley as well.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that. They're related, huh?
FYI, if you guys want to test that, there's something in Chino Valley for you. But Prescott Valley is serving as the actual what do you call it? The cuisine, the cuisine. But Will, he tries to test his ways and his abilities to be that chef that he is. But guys, I am actually hungry right now.
Ah, so I take it Will doesn't do breakfast burritos, huh?
No, today we probably. I mean, he probably would do it, like, oh yeah, come on over. But at the same time, no, I don't think he's actually doing a breakfast meal right
Well, it's
now.
good to hear that they're back open and what he did for the community with the gala. That's great.
Yeah, that was amazing to go ahead and be a part of. And I liked it when he, he was so excited about it, to bring the Prescott Times in to help, get the word out. He actually worked really hard, and he did it for the love of his life that passed away a long time ago. So shout out to Will. Good job, Will. Good job, my friend. So Eric, tell me about the techie world, because I know for a fact that you came out with something just recently and was posted on the Prescott Times and on your YouTube page. Tell everybody exactly what is the favorite like deal that is going to come up, techie deal that's going to come up. What's your favorite one?
So at CES this week, it's funny that it's strawberry ice cream day, right?
Yeah.
I think that countertop ice cream maker is the thing. And so it's got a cartridge that's like a Keurig. You know what a Keurig is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got a cartridge like that. You drop it in it, you press go, and within 3 minutes, it makes soft serve ice cream on the spot.
That sounds a bomb.
Yeah,
That sounds bomb.
you can do any flavors. You just change the cartridge. So somebody standing next to you wants chocolate instead of strawberry. You throw in the chocolate cartridge, and bam, you've got chocolate ice cream.
Well, it kind of makes me think about how it's actually created. As like what's all in it. I mean, it just sounds like obviously make believe.
Magic.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Magic and love.
Magic and love.
Yeah, I can't have ice cream without either.
That's so funny. Eric, so the weekend is here. What do you got planned?
Well, I wanted to ask you, what's our weather update? Are we still going to see some snow and rain and all that other stuff starting kind of late part of the weekend, early next week?
I woke up and they said it was going to. Yesterday was actually a little cloudy, a little like
Yeah, the wind was coming in. It was cool. Yeah,
and we were supposed to start seeing stuff at the end of the week, but at the same time, it ended up just kind of like going away. Our humidity's still up. I don't know if you guys were walking around yesterday feeling a little bit muggy, and armpit sweaty, but yeah, that's the reason why. And we were supposed to start getting it this weekend, but it moved it to Monday, which I think it's still good. And it's showing rain all week long. So all the way, it's showing precipitation all the way to next Thursday. So we are getting a front, and I think it's actually coming from the north, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a rare storm if it's coming from the north. Normally they all come from the southwest.
But remember back in the days when we had that polar
verse, yeah.
That polar thing that came down from the north.
Yeah, it's called a polar inverse. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, now they're expecting the same thing to happen. I guess that's exactly what this is.
It's funny because as we get closer to the day, the forecast always changes, right? It gets drier and drier. I'm just looking at it right now, and it's getting wetter and wetter. So Monday, of half an inch, and then Thursday, an inch, Friday, an inch. Saturday of the following week, 3 inches, and Sunday of the following week, 2 inches.
Well, there you go, guys.
That's a lot of wet for a long time. That's like winter or something.
Yeah, we need it, man. So hopefully we get it, guys. Send your prayers out, man. It's time to go ahead and get this. That's for sure.
And again, we know what happens is it backs off, right? So I bet you we get a bunch of rain and some snow instead, but that's still a long stretch of water and things falling from the sky. We'll take it.
Eric, did you just curse our rain?
I didn't.
You're like,
I would never do that.
Curse it, man. Eric. I don't think we're gonna get it no more.
No, I didn't. I love water. I love rain. I think we need it. I'm excited. It is 17. I cannot tell you the last time I saw an entire week with wet stuff on the forecast.
He's like, this is happy. This is the only thing that we're going to be watching this week is the forecast. We're not going to watch
all we're going to talk about. That'll be the news of the town. Is if that much wet stuff falls from the sky.
Maybe it's politically driven, Eric. It's like perfect timing for politics.
Well, the inauguration and everything is next week, so it'll keep everybody home and inside if it's wet. Nobody likes the rain.
Exactly. So maybe they just sent out a nice little snowstorm so everybody can stay cozy inside. Nobody wants to go outside in Arizona when it's snowy
and rainy. Yeah, I haven't even checked the forecast.
I mean, no matter what, it's still good for the future for mankind. I love this, man. So, Eric, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about entertainment. Now, I see Elks Theater is actually putting up some little classes here and there, which is totally awesome. it looks like dance classes are being put back up, and everybody is attending them as far as like sports. So I feel like kids are going to be doing their thing. Parents, in other words, I think the bars are somewhat lax, but at the same time they're starting to go ahead and do
Well, we
karaoke.
do cover all of Alpine County. The rumor I heard was that Verde Valley and Oak Creek School District opens up on Tuesday.
Which one is it?
uh, Oak Creek and Verde Valley is supposed to open back up school wise on Tuesdays, from what I heard.
Oh, that's crazy. And I thought that I think the schools in Prescott open up on the 18th as well. Is that
I
the
don't know. I didn't hear that. The 18th would be Tuesday, San Martin. I think.
That's right. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, we're obviously going to see that. Or yeah, we need to figure that out real quick because that
Yeah, no,
that
the 18th
really.
would be Monday. The 18th would be Monday, San Martin. That's the next working day from today. Anyway, I didn't mean to take you off the the entertainment stuff, but that's pretty big news if that's the situation.
No, it's perfectly fine. Well, let me go ahead and just run down what's happening today. Today, the grand opening for that skate park up there at the mall is happening, and it opens up at 12 p.m. So if you guys have any kids or you want to go and check this thing out, go check it out. Let's see if you guys could help them out. Obviously, do it at your own risk. I think that's probably what they're going to be end up saying, but who knows? And then I think Sunday, January 17th, which is this Sunday, I think the actual courthouse will turn their lights off. I think that's the day that they
I
turn
heard
their
that was coming. So if you haven't been out there yet, or you want to get pictures, that's coming to an end pretty quick.
yes. And just for future reference, as long as we feel good about this and nobody's sick, we're going to be doing a local small business mixer over at Desert Rose Retreat. So if anybody wants to join and anybody feels once again safe to go ahead and do so, come on out. Let's go ahead and get these entrepreneurs mindsets going because we need that. Eric, why you yawning, bro?
Coffee
Were
is.
you up all night?
I think it. No, I think I'm always up all night, but I think it's the. I think it's the weather. I think the weather's getting to me. If it's gloomy and overcast and rainy next week, San Martin, it's gonna be a tough week. It may be a multiple cup of coffee day each day.
That's funny. How many makes sense? More news, more information. But then again, what do you have?
Well, I want to. Let's dial into that real quick. Let's chase this head on, right? Facebook, everybody there's people leaving. There's no everything's fractured right now. So San Martin, tell them how they can follow you, not on Facebook.
Yes, I think the only way that we could go ahead and rest assured that we were able to go ahead and get to anybody and everybody is go to the PrescottTimes.com. We will be having a sign up so you can go ahead and join our newsletter so we can go ahead and get the information out there. But ultimately, check back at the PrescottTimes.com. There's links there from there that you could go to, such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the podcast, and I forgot what else, but technically just go to the PrescottTimes.com. That's the way that you guys could be, alert on what's going on in Yavapai County in a big way. In a big way. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
That's good. Man, well, it is about that time. Any spotlights or anything today?
Today's spotlight is just going to be for Los Pinos, man. Those guys are amazing over there. So if you guys want some great Mexican food, they are open, but they are selective. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think they're closed Sunday, Monday. I don't know. I got to go over there. They like changing that, man. They like changing it because
I would guess check their Facebook pages. They're pretty active on Facebook or check their website.
Yes, definitely. There's obviously a lot of peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always wins. I appreciate you, Eric.